Hello guys, welcome back. This is Pete Dahlgren and we're working on this airplane. Anyway, this is the Mirrors Models F-86 and there's one issue that really is driving me nuts with this thing, and this part is so thin and it needs to be either laminated or it needs to be done in aircraft plywood. So if you have not built your airplane yet, you're going to want to do this because you got a tailpipe mount that comes in here, and this stuff is just driving me batshit freaking crazy right now. So I am actually rebuilding this and actually laminating this up with aircraft plywood and actually making patterns and doing it. I've already glued this one, and this is actually where it will actually mount, and the tailpipe. And now it's that thick, not this thin. It's just it's something needed to happen, and I'm working on it, and then I'm going to glass the whole thing and just make that extremely strong. So it's one of these deals you just got to do. And I picked it up when I was putting the tail on, and I broke it all off right here, and I put it back in. Now I'm laminating it to make it so it won't ever do that again. And this stuff can be, this is one part in here that if it was aircraft plywood would be no big deal. But we'll fix that. And it's no big deal on that. It's just this whole entire ridge is getting aircraft plywood laminated to the back with epoxy, and then it will be finished off and actually done in glass. So, and it will be actual fiberglass, not thin stuff that I covered this. I'll put a couple plies on it just to beef this up, and then I'll come back and route these holes out. But this is a mounting point that I'm putting in. It should be dry enough to actually, yeah, it's good. So this is something that needs, now as you can see with this laminated, this is extremely strong. You can shake the whole airplane around with it, give it an earthquake and all that, and this will solve all your issues. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to route these out with my Dremel and get this all cleaned up and Dremel this out and get this prepared for glass, and I'll cover that in another video. This is just a bad area on this that was kind of overlooked. So this piece, if you guys have not built your airplanes, build this and build it with I would actually go with a 3/16 thick aircraft plywood and just trace it out and recut it out and put it in. It'll save you a lot of heartache later, trust me on this, because this part is just so and it's not structural, thank God for that. But anyway, I'm going to come back and get this all cleaned up and get this tail area done. I'm working on that today. And when I'm done here, and once I get a little closer to everything, I'll show you how I route this and how this all goes in. But this is the one part of the airplane that it does have a very big foul in it. And Mears, if you're watching, you need to change this part to aircraft plywood, and it needs to be a lot thicker. This is kind of an important part of this airplane, and it just needs to be strong. Your tailpipe goes in here. It's not going to just rest. And if it does flop around on a landing, it will break it. So this one, it won't. There's no way it can now. So anyway, guys, it's going to go from being very thin and flimsy to very thick and sassy. So anyway, this is how we... this is just one of the reasons why I'm doing this build series, so I can show you what I do and don't see. And once this part's done, I'll clean this up. We'll relieve these edges. We'll make this, and then we'll put a bolt in here so that when they do put the pipe in there, then it's actually got a good hard solid point. And this is thick. That's a 1/4 inch thick right there now. So anyway, we're building that up to get it, and then it's set this way on purpose. So you're going to lose a couple vent holes, and that's that one big one, but that thing is just insane big anyway. It doesn't need that big of a hole. So anyway, we'll get this cleaned up, and I'll be back in a little bit, and I'll show you what the end result is with this being done and actually maybe even painted. And then I'm going to go ahead and get the strobe finished up and get this bevel cut in here, get this all smoothed up, and get this all dressed up and done and glassed out. It hasn't been done yet, and it needs to be done. So anyway, I'm getting closer to this. I've got a bunch more rivets done, got a little bit here and there done on some other things, and so we will be back shortly with an end result, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do with the lights. That's what this wire is for. And we're going to start getting things working on this thing, and then we're going to start working on getting the covers made for the actual actuators and all that stuff for the speed brakes and getting that done. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in Funny Papers.